say that black people or African American people are always late, right? But how about this? How can someone be late that never abided by time? Somebody that was living with nature. That
Wavvy Beatz. Wavvy Beatz.
Yo, what's up?
Wavvy Beatz.
He said he just took a fat rip. Yeah, it's so weird dealing with some stupid stuff, man. Just gonna do like an hour or so on YouTube, then get on TikTok.
Oof. Watch it now. There's a stir in the water, and I don't trust it.
Wayfinder? You okay, Sorrow?
I'm gonna go do the same thing.
Focus. Let's go over the plan. They keep regrouping and healing, so killing them both in rapid succession is our best bet. Decima is weak.
Wait. Pause here.
Does he know? No. But let him in. It's not my place to stand between the Claw and his son.
Wavvy Beatz.
Come on in, Stoic Alder. Pokey's inside.
If my son's involved, so am I.
Stoic Alder.
Wayfinder. I'm... son. I assumed you were dead.
No. But I did remember something that I'd long forgotten. Glimpses of my people. Someone I left behind long ago. My name is Waiting Sorrow. I am not who you believe me to be.
So, you spoke falsehoods.
I told you a small fragment of a long ago truth. But my experiences in your village were very real.
And you knew about this, son.
Only a few moons longer than you, Pa.
Wavy
She is our fading Aurora. Just stronger.
And magical. The air in this room has never felt so opaque.
Yes, but it's how she uses her magic. Not foul and evil like the strangers. She only helps. I was anxious too.
Little Claw, I don't need your defense. I would never let anything happen to him, Stoic Alder. I was content living my life as a healer in your village. But when Poki's life was jeopardized... Let's set this discussion aside. The Titans live and thrive. Trust me long enough to end this fight, to keep him safe. Whatever trial you need can happen after. I'm due more than one.
Do you plan on fighting too?
I do.
Sometimes. I think I've forgotten her voice, your mother. But just now, I heard her laugh. I will fight alongside my son, for my people. But this discussion is not done. Waiting Sorrow.
How are you doing?
You know well the trail of disappointment I lay. But I've never yearned for forgiveness more than with them.
After we end this, we can have those conversations.
After we end this, Isgarn will tear my soul from my core and trap it in an echo.
Past his prime, we'll stick him in an old cruise home.
I like you.
Wavy
I'm old
Beatz.
too, and I'm tired of running.
Are you ready for this?
Ready? If you handed me a knife right now, I might start swinging it.
You've an advantage over me, son. What should I expect?
More calculated than I've come to expect from their kind.
But at 6, we do outnumber them.
After you, Wayfinder.
Come on, then.
Bessemer, they slither toward us with venom on fang. Watch yourself.
All I see is another opportunity to turn breathing flesh to paste. I welcome them.
What are they?
They're siphoning energy from the Bloodstone. Attack Decima while Courier is out of reach.
Right. He said, do what? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh. Okay. Warclaw, I assume so.
Commander, think you can trip her up on your Warclaw?
Not this way, huh? What the fuck, man? Yeah, do that. This one?
Listen up. I am the leader of the niggas.
I can't.
Back, sister, back. You'll be turned to scree if your willfulness moves your legs. Before your mind can catch up.
This is our chance. Wayfinder, use the Heart of the Obscure, just like before. The Bloodstone is about to surge. Come to me.
We gotta keep pushing while they're weak.
I will compensate for the delusion of my kin. Your bloodstone ripples through my every essence. we don't rip that hope directly from their coiled fingers.
Together, we'll crush them beneath us. Pull their bodies through the mist until nothing remains but essence and memory.
Please, Father. Trust me.
I'll set them up. You distract the Titans.
Foolish tricks will only speed your march to death.
Oh, do we have any more sprouts?
We do. Plenty. Here.
energy.
Your hesitation will get us killed!
They're on the back foot. Just a few more lightning rods and we'll overwhelm them.
Do not let your stubbornness and lust win.
Okay, behind me.
Another. Laura.
Decima, come. Yes, Godspawn.
Don't let them escape! Greer and Decima are weak!
I think not. But spill no tear. Your bravery is excellent.
What? Who are you?
We are all Godspawn. But I am Ura. And I am far stronger than my stock. I've looked foolish in the eye. I see none behind yours. Retreat, and so shall we.
Commander, orders?
Be wise.
Stand down. We stand down.
No! We can defeat them! With two nearing death, what's another going to cost us?
Voiced arrow. No. That cost could be our lives.
Good. Great, Decima. Come.
A third Titan? We need to get out of here, now! This could be a trick.
We need to chase them. Greer and Decima are weak. We can do it!
We know nothing about Ura. We need to retreat.
Trust me, kid. I want to rip their legs off and watch those things writhe. But I'm tired. Don't know if I'll last long.
We'll regroup and plan our next attack. We all need rest.
I'll take you back to the village. Our minds are thick with fog. It's not time to make decisions. We rest. Okay.
Yeah.
My day's going good. How you doing, KRR? Trying to get to these new maps. Some new maps and new content just came out, but I gotta get to it. Let's see where I'm at. I did 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I still gotta get all the way to 17.
I've spoken with Dagonet. He's informing the rest of the Alliance. They'll likely meet in the coming days.
We failed our hunt.
We could have also died, Cub. Don't lunge into battles you're not prepared for.
Victory wasn't impossible.
Be kind to yourself, Pokey. We know our enemy now. There is still some night before a calmer dawn, but it nears.
Showing your face in the village already. I thought you needed more time.
Fading Aurora has returned to us. The path was lost is all, while tracking the strangers.
I've asked Stoic Alder to keep my identity a secret a short while longer. I need to talk to Iskarin.
I take no joy in lying to my bearkin, but I'd rather they remain in fog a while longer.
Yeah, and Critic Squad story mode.
I don't want to rattle their trust.
Wavvy Beatz.
When I left the Wizard's Tower, a Wayfinder hadn't been named in years. They must trust you.
Not at first, but helping them keep Omnitas afloat and defeating Iskarin's nemesis didn't hurt.
Will you come with me? I could use that confidence of yours.
Of course. I'm not dead in a canyon. None of us are, thanks to you.
Whenever you're ready.
Wavvy Beatz.
How did you get past Omnitas's defenses so easily?
I built these defenses.
So how do you want to go about this?
I'll follow behind, let you mingle first. Might trigger a war if I walk through the door before his ego is properly bluffed. Oh, wait, Wayfinder. Before we throw another log on the fire, thank you for not telling them.
It's not my story to tell, but you should.
She informs us that there are not 2, but 3, all of which survived the encounter. 2 are weak, the third unsure.
Excellent timing, Commander. I take it you won't need an update, given your participation in recent events?
Can you shut the door behind you, Wayfinder?
Who let you into the Wizard's Tower war room, Countess?
Iskarin, by suggestion of the Alliance. I'm aiding in the Astral Ward's acclamation to modern Tyrian affairs.
So, they all live. I imagine you didn't simply allow that to happen. What were the circumstances?
What has your mood smelling like an elder's backside?
Wavvy Beatz.
We almost had the 2 defeated, but a third intervened. She was strong, and a bit more cunning than the other 2.
Disappointing, but rational. What of your second mission, Wayfinder?
The Titans kept me occupied. I'm still working on it.
Fine. I suppose our clock bears too many hands.
What second mission?
The Titan Imperatrix. A foe I did not expect.
That threat should be conquerable. So long as we continue to get along.
Tyria united. It still sounds like a fable.
Mostly united, but it's true. And we need to nurture these bonds. They cannot fail. When a door is shut, you should leave it. You lied to me. That's new. Did she fill your mind with wild theories and hypocrisy?
Don't be dramatic, Ren. You know they're beyond simple manipulation. And I didn't come here for a fight.
Did you expect me to detain her myself? I figured I'd bring her straight to you.
I'll deal with you later. So, how did you get inside?
The Towers always liked me best. You know that.
Waiting sorrow. You're...
My dearest friend. I'm fine. And I have stories to tell you.
Wavvy
Stories!
Beatz.
The cause of this whole Titan incursion may fall at your feet, and you want to tell stories.
Your instinct to make everything an intellectual brawl has always been exhausting.
Then explain.
So help me, Iskaran. I will open a gateway and lock you in Abaddon's cell for a century.
It's fine, Dagda. His alarm isn't unwarranted. I left you all. I abandoned the Astral Ward. I didn't say why. Dormag raged in the north, threatening the Highland and Lowland Coden. They needed me. But when Dormag fell, the storms calmed. My mind was stilled. I couldn't return yet, though. I needed them. My people. My presence during the Titan attack was purely happenstance. I sought to remedy it, but then your Wayfinder tracked me down. All who knew my identity were asked to conceal it, but I always planned on coming back here to settle affairs. While I was not the cause, I have an inkling of what was, and I don't know how concerning it is.
Oh? You didn't even share this with me.
The business of wizards should remain in the court. Isgarin. Where is Mabon?
Dead. A year ago. You could have mourned with us.
I felt it.
Dagda, escort the Countess and Wayfinder home. Waiting Sorrow and I need to speak. Alone.
Wavvy Beatz.
What next? How did you get involved in all of this?
It was Livia. A perk of having friends with their fingers in too many pies. She introduced me to Mabon privately. He was scouting new recruits for his little guild of mesmers. I joined if only to keep tabs for the Queen. We were an eccentric group, hosting lavish luncheons, investigating magic anomalies. Mabon treated the whole thing like a passion project or a beloved hobby. He was one of the founders, after all.
Sounds like the ideal place for him to, let his hair down.
You joke. But I saw what he looked like under that golden dome on numerous occasions.
And?
Nothing that bears repeating. I happen to know you're friendly with a certain Mr. Goldclaw, and I would not sully Mabon's memory so soon.
Fair enough. He would have been glad to see you here with or without his helmet.
I wish I'd trusted him sooner. Gods know he's earned that now.
Hey, you okay?
Every day that passed since she left us, I thought she was dead. I thought that Dormag might have killed her, that she traveled into the mists, no intention of returning. I thought... None of that matters. She lives. Waiting Sorrow lives. I don't know how you did it, Wayfinder. But you brought her back. Thank you.
Ah, recognition. Quite a reward.
Commander, look at this place. No wonder they keep it under lock and key. Never could convince any priory to let me have a peek at these shelves. Now that I'm in, I might never leave. Is that... Burn me, they've got both copies! What else are they hoarding in here?
We'll have plenty of time to browse later. The books aren't going anywhere. Farah, however...
Gix said an archivist Sistina would show us to Farah Station. Let's start there.
Welcome. Gig said to expect you. Sistina, Farah's mentee. I'm holding down the fort while she's... Honestly, I have no idea what she's doing, or where she is. Nobody does. It's very unlike her.
Gix said the same. She doesn't seem the type to just run off.
Even her research station looks like she abandoned it mid-thaw. Here, come see for yourselves. Farah's been spearheading our Titan research efforts, gathering notes on history, biology, etc. Hoping to find some sort of exploitable weaknesses of interest to you three, I'm sure.
You have no idea.
As is Farah's well-being.
I can empathize with why she'd feel so invested.
Obsessed, more like. Your last encounter with that third Titan Ura sent Farah down an absolute rabbit hole. I've known her to get absorbed in her work, but this time, she was a woman possessed. Leading up to her disappearance, she was buried under tomes at her station all hours of the day. I wondered if she might be sleeping there. And then she was gone. Here we are.
Buried under tomes. You weren't kidding.
I've been trying to sort through it all. Thought maybe there'd be some clue in her research as to where she went. But, as you can see, it's a daunting job for one person.
We'll take it from here. Let you know if we find anything.
Anything of note, Commander?
Well, yes. Though it probably doesn't help our search much. It's some notes and first-hand accounts by the Coden. And us. Suppose the Ward would keep the Priory informed. The Coden accounts seem aligned with ours. Spawn Titans led by progenitors. Strange communication methods. Bloodstone thirst.
Probably doesn't help our search, but it's good info. Let's take note, but keep looking.
Wavvy Beatz.
You look focused, Commander. Find something?
Maybe. It's about the Titans and their environments. Kate has her own section in this one.
Oh?
You're talking about Greer's effect on the swamp ecosystem. One of the lowlanders made similar comments.
Don't even remind me of that putrid place. This must be from when I was speaking with the tree tenders. What else?
Mentions the Titans merging with their environments, and that Ura's steam walls might be a clue to her location.
Now we're getting somewhere. Where there's steam, there's...
A geyser, perhaps?
Farah seems to think so. She suggests Mount Balrior.
What are we waiting for?
Before we go chasing geysers up and down the aisles, let's be sure there's nothing more to see here.
I'm coming up empty. How about you two?
Same, I'm afraid. Commander?
Sistina was right about Farah becoming obsessed with this research. Her journals say she was running a side project on the Mist's Tide storms and their connection to the Titans.
I can see why she'd think the two connected. How, I'm not so certain.
Neither was she. She wonders if the storm's energy amplifies Bloodstone, drawing the Titans to its power.
Would explain their fixation on it.
She's still not sure what the energy is, or if the Titans influence the storms as they do other environments. At least, not where the journals leave off.
Wavy Beatz.
Maybe she found a lead and rushed off to test it, confer with someone, panic.
Hopefully not the last, or we may need to do the same. That scrawling looked rather frantic. Should we be alarmed?
She's in Janthier Sintry. Found something in her research, then left in the middle of the night. Doesn't say what.
Did she give an exact location?
No, but the area near Mount Balrior still seems like our best bet.
Let's tell Sistina what we know, then move out.
You found something.
Farah's in Janthier Sintry. Thinks she's made a breakthrough in her research.
What is it?
That we're not sure of. But she's been stitching together all sorts of threads regarding the Titans' behavior. Particularly their relation to Bloodstone and Mist's hides. She also thinks Ura is hiding in a geyser-heavy area.
For all we know, she could be out there trying to track Ura down herself.
What is she thinking? Going to those isles alone and not telling anyone? Sanctioned fieldwork is one thing, but this is a death wish.
We should be able to extract her without much issue, provided she hasn't done anything too rash.
Everything about this is rash. Go, find her, and extract some foolishness from her while you're at it.
We'll do what we can. Best we get going.
Meet you there, Commander. We'll notify the Alliance and let the Lowland Council know to expect us.
Wavy Beatz.
Pokey, this is a surprise. You seem in good spirits.
When we told the Lowland Council our plans, he jumped at the chance to help.
Better to put myself to use than mope around. Plus, it's one less worry for my paw. Got plenty enough of that. Get to it, shall we? So, this Farah, she's a researcher. And kin to our Malice, yes?
Well, she was Flame Legion originally. So more like what a Northern Coden is to a Lowlander.
Ah, a long-lost cousin.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Lost, at the very least. What's that ahead? Seems there's holy tables of storm patterns. And they match Farah's writing from the looks of it.
Unless the field-shrouded notes of its own. Take it we're on the right track.
More pages ahead.
Carrying needed supplies on foot is heavy enough. We dragged along the weight of paperwork.
A researcher, obsessed. Huh. Interesting.
Titan spawn! We're surrounded! Weapons ready!
Can't finish a damn thought without these things interrupting.
That's all of them.
As I was saying, they're field notes on spawn emitting steam and sulfur, characteristic of Ura.
Aligns with Farah's work. If she's documented them, I'd suppose she's met them. But is she equipped to defend herself?
It's rare a Priory Scholar is also skilled in combat.
Best we get to her before any more spawn do.
Warn me! Hold on, we're almost there! Easy now! You're 6 feet tall!
Should be all of them. Are you hurt, Farah?
I'm fine. It's my study that's ruined. You killed my specimens.
You were cornered. What was your exit plan? Paper cut them to death?
It's called observation. Just because you see something doesn't mean you have to kill it, you know.
Force of habit.
Regardless, going in these wilds alone is a fool's move. As is not telling anyone you're here.
Gix was so concerned he asked us to track you down. And Sestina is worried sick.
Worried wyverns, those two.
Figured I'd be back before they noticed. Guess it has been a few days. Well, since you're here, I've got a job you might like. Puts all that aggression to use. Follow me.
What's this job, exactly?
Testing a theory. So, those spawn I was observing, I'm certain they're Urus. But for now, take a look around. We're not far from the sulfur baths, but notice the difference?
Smells less like a rotten egg in the smelting oven.
True, the air is fresher and clearer. Don't see any steam, do you?
Nothing to cloud up the sun. You've been charting weather patterns here. Why?
To keep track of him. I've been watching him since I arrived. Each day, he ventures further out, expanding his territory. But the moment the rain clears, he scurries back to the baths.
You've been studying the storms. Your notes said they seem to bolster the Titan's power.
Appreciate you keeping up on my work. Now you can help me test that very theory. And better we do so with the spawn before we face its progenitor. He's large enough to approximate Ura, physically and biologically. But he's weaker. We learn him, we learn Ura.
We came to rescue her from danger, and here she is, ready to toss us right into it.
But she does have a point.
Wavvy Beatz.
If we're going to kill Ura, we need our strategy set beforehand.
Knew you'd see reason. You get ready. I'll get in place for observation. During this trial, I'll be asking some questions for my research. You'll know everything, just answer. Fury!
Smash them!
He's putting up less resistance.
These hits aren't landing as hard.
Seems he's losing stamina.
Exactly what I wanted to hear. This is going right to the Priory Library for display.
How are you so cheery about all of this? Doesn't it piss you off? What these things did to us? To everyone?
They're fascinating beings. Powerful, mysterious on a scale all their own, and perfectly indifferent to us. What use is moral outrage toward creatures with no concept of morals?
That does certainly put it into perspective.
Maybe. It makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense.
Well, I'd say the weather made an obvious difference in the spawn's strength.
So if we can confront Ura during a break in the storm, we may have a chance.
We still need to scope out her lair.
I've noticed a high concentration of Titan spawn at the base of Mount Balrior since I arrived.
And there's a good chance Ura is hiding at the top and having her spawn guard the place. We may have some luck on the timing of this. Before we left, I caught word of a storm report from the ward. They're predicting a break in the storms within the next few days. If they're right, we'll need to act fast.
Let's aim for the day after tomorrow, but no later. That'll give us time to prep and get the word out.
Malice and I will head to Lion's Arch and inform the Alliance.
I'll go tell Pa. You'll want time to call a council meeting.
That leaves the Astral Ward. I'll make my way to the tower now.
Wavvy Beatz.
is everyone? Never seen it so empty in here.
I had to act! My people were in danger. I couldn't abandon them again.
Irony so rich I could gild the tesserae with it. We're in the middle of something. Are you oblivious or just dense?
It's me.
Oh, thank the stars. Quickly. I can't stand it any longer. They've been arguing for days. Literal days.
I'm trying to have a discussion. But it's off derailed by my interlocutor's perpetual outbursts.
A discussion? That's what you called that tirade of yours earlier? Think they heard you in the Shiver Peaks.
Go address the room. If you don't have a report, make something up. Before they get a second wind.
Fortunately, I have some news. We located Farah, the missing researcher, in Janthir's Sentry. She was conducting some extracurricular studies on Ura's spawn and the bolstering effects of the mist's tides. While there, she volunteered us to test this theory by battling one of Ura's greater spawn. And sure enough, as soon as the storm cleared, the spawn weakened significantly.
See, Ren? Those storms are off. You don't need to be from the Isles to sense that.
I've been on that train of thought from the start. Why do you think I had the ward tracking them in the first place?
Malice told us your predictions for the storms breaking these next couple days. We can use that to our advantage. We'll use today and tomorrow to get our preparations in order. The following day, we'll strike. That's the plan.
So it is. I'll call together a meeting to inform the ward. We'll return to our discussion later.
Don't rush on our accounts. Finally. Thought we'd never get a moment's peace. Not with that old gas bag here.
Sorry you got caught in the middle of this. Years of pent-up rage just waiting to be unleashed on me. Now we get to witness it in real time.
The battle should keep him occupied for a while.
Us too. I should get back to Harvest Den. Need to help Alder with preparations.
Perfect. I'm excited to finally see it. You can catch me up along the way.
At least let me give you the obligatory, you don't have to come if you don't want to.
Noted. And ignored.
Well, that's settled. Wayfinder, you keep an eye out for mail. You should be receiving something from Alder soon.
Wavvy Beatz. Wavvy Beatz.
The feline companions of the Lowlanders. What do they call them?
Journeykin. I've heard them.
Wavvy Beatz.